In this section, let's talk about why you need to start saving today. We will discuss the difference between simple and compound interest and how that difference can help us reach our retirement goals. Let's look at two people saving for retirement. For simplicity's sake, let's call them Person A and Person B. Person A starts at the age of 25, putting $3,000 a year away into a retirement account. They do this for 10 years, from 25 to 35, so they've invested $30,000. They don't invest any more money, but they just let the money work for them, earning on average 8% per year. When they decide to retire at the age of 65, they will have $472,000 and would have still only invested the initial amount of $30,000. Now let's look at Person B. They start saving at the age of 35, so 10 years later than Person A, and they put $3,000 into a retirement account every year until they retire 30 years later at the age of 65. So over those 30 years, they've invested $90,000 and again earning the same 8% that Person A was earning. When they retire, they will have a total of $367,000. So even though Person B saved for 20 years longer and invested 3 times as much money as Person A, they have around $100,000 less for retirement. If we just looked at the amount invested, we would logically think that Person B should have more money at retirement because they invested so much, but that's clearly not the case. So let's explore what causes this difference to occur. Let's talk about interest and a couple of different types of interest. Interest is what someone pays us to use our money. We will use some numbers to demonstrate the two different types of interest, compound and simple interest. Let's say someone invests $1,000 for a period of 10 years and is compensated with 8% for giving their money to someone. If they agree to pay simple interest, you will be paid $80 every year that they have the money. Basically, 1,000 times 0.08. So at the end of 10 years, you would have received $800 in interest payments. Let's now look at compound interest. If you are paid compound interest, you would have been paid 8% on your money, but that yearly interest would be kept in the account, and the interest would be paid on that new total. So at the end of year 1, you would have $1,080 in your account. The $1,000 you would originally give them, plus the $80 they paid in interest. Since now they have $1,080 of your money, they will pay you $86 at the end of year 2. They are paying you interest on the interest you already paid, plus the initial amount. The difference in the account you have at the end is the interest you earned on the interest you already received. Now let's talk about the difference between compound and simple interest. Let's look at how compound interest can help us save for retirement. If we invest $1 into a retirement account and let it compound for 30 years, it will be worth $10 by retirement. If we have that same dollar in the account for 20 years, it will grow to only $4.50. We can see the longer we have our money invested, the larger it should grow and help us reach our retirement goals. Let's go back and look at our two friends again. Person A has put $30,000 into their account and let it sit there until they were ready to retire. This means the first dollar they put into that account at 25 has been there for 40 years when they retire, and the last dollar they put in at 35 has still been there for 30 years. That's a lot of time to let the money earn interest and interest on the interest. Now let's look at Person B. The first dollar they put into their account was there for 30 years, but the last dollar they put in had only been in there for a year. So you can see they have considerably less time for that money to earn interest, much less compound. This is why it's so important to start saving today versus tomorrow, no matter what your age is. The sooner we get our money earning interest, the more time we'll have to grow by earning interest on the interest. In summary, due to compound interest and the time value of money, every dollar that we save today will be more valuable than the dollar you save tomorrow. So that means that the cheapest day to start saving for retirement is today. So let's get started.